This is the Google PixelBook Go, a device that's fairly interesting for a couple of reasons. See, Google created Chrome OS with the idea of giving the world a lightweight and affordable operating system for the masses, and yet none of Google's offerings have actually been inexpensive, and some weren't even that great to begin with. And this is the part that baffles me about the Google hardware approach. Companies like Amazon are not interested in making money out of their hardware since their core business is in the services. And even if Google has a very similar business model, every single Chromebook they've launched in the past couple of years is about excess. Specs are too powerful for Chrome OS, and naturally prices that went beyond $1,000. That's the part of the story of why this computer matters. The new PixelBook Go is a more mature solution that intends to just be a really good computer at a more decent price. The only question now is if it's good enough to warrant the fact that it's still on the higher tier of pricing for a Chromebook. I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocketnow, and this is our full review. Last year, I really wanted to love the Google Pixel Slate. I was in need of a replacement for my iPad Pro, meaning it had to have all the benefits of a tablet, but all the power of a full-blown browser that the iPad Pro did not have at the time. Boy, was that a disappointment. So much so that I ended up going back to my old PixelBook from 2017. Thing is, I still believe in the concept of Chrome OS. Some people don't need a full-blown computer, but they do need a full-blown browser that's more powerful than Safari on iPad OS 13. Even if the PixelBook Go doesn't intend to be the tablet I'm dying to have, it's gotten so many things right as a laptop that it's slowly become a product that I've really enjoyed using over the last week. Let me begin this video by telling you what I like about this product, and it starts with the hardware. To begin, the unboxing experience was rather great, but disclaimer, the care package that we got from Google is not what you're going to receive if you buy. The box was large, and we were greeted by lots of colors in the external covers as Google is signaling to their latest arts for their Pixel campaign. Inside, we have a new sleeve and backpack from Bellroy, which were specially designed for the PixelBook Go. You can actually purchase these at the Google store. Under that, we have a retail box for the PixelBook Go with arts at the back that show a more of a lifestyle approach to using the product. Tear the external plastic, lift the top, and here we have the device. Inside, we have a protective cover for the keyboard, and the computer boots up instantly. Under that, we've got literature and stickers, and below it a USB-C to USB-C cable, along with Google's 45-watt charger. I am all about the thinnest and lightest laptop you can buy, but sadly those are hard to find for less than $1,000. This laptop feels like if it was designed to compete against the MacBook Air. It's barely 13mm thin and weighs only 2 pounds. To keep it light and sturdy, Google shifted from aluminum to painted magnesium, which is soft to the touch and yet doesn't become a smudge magnet. The ridged bottom makes it more practical to use on your lap, and the lack of sharp curves makes it really good to hold as you move from place to place. Will it chip with use? It's really hard to predict right now, but so far we don't have any issues with our unit. We've also got some good options for I/O here. We've got a USB-C port on each side, and there are elements that even make a $3,000 MacBook Pro look bad, like in the case of the 2-megapixel 1080p webcam that even supports larger 1.4 microns. Now, Google made a big deal about its new Hush keys, which almost felt like a direct stab to a company that still can't get its keyboard right. The result is actually as advertised. These keys are soft, silent, and really a joy to type on. I really have enjoyed using this for hours. And do yourself a favor, leave the charger at home. Google advertises up to 12 hours of battery life, which in real-world tests amounted to between 9 and 10, which is still a full day of work on a charge. And then the cool part is that the charger will give you fast charging capabilities. Up to 2 hours of usage with 20 minutes of a top-up, which I find to be really convenient. The advantage of using Chrome OS is that its hardware requirements are really small. The computer has no noisy fans, no fuzz, and regardless of how many tabs I have open, I was able to end the day on a charge just fine. But hold it, even if the battery life allows me to write a love letter throughout the day, what we type here are reviews, so obviously I do have to point out the things that I mixed about this product. Let's begin with the display. For me, 13.3 inches diagonal and a 16:9 aspect ratio on a display are actually my favorites, but I do wish I had more resolution. True, at this price range it's hard to find anything above 1080p if we'd be talking about Windows or Mac OS. The screen isn't bad, don't get me wrong. Colors are good, viewing angles are also good, even if the brightness isn't my favorite. I just wish the screen was as good as the speakers, because these are some of the best ones that I've heard on this price range. By a similar NIR flood emitter, dot projector, 2 NIR camera. And really, one of the main reasons for my arguments is because it's not like if this computer had the latest and greatest specs. Our unit has an 8th generation Core i5, so we're 2 generations behind. And this is actually the mid-tier model, so we have 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of non-expandable storage, which is okay. And even if you will have an alternative later for a 4K display and more storage, the price just does not merit a Chromebook. It just does not. Now, Chrome OS has really matured ever since I reviewed the Pixel Slate. I feel that Google has made a ton of changes that have now made me take this computer seriously for work. Not all changes, though. On a positive front, the virtual desktops are now supported, sort of. Some Chromebooks already have this, but Google still has this as an experimental feature that you will have to enable manually. Being able to work on multiple desktops helps you feel less crammed, so this alone is a huge deal for me. The second is that I feel that it's far less buggy than in the past. I haven't really dealt with any of the crashes that I got on the Slate, and you have the easy convenience of the Google Assistant, which now defaults to text when you press the button for when you need discretion. Now, why am I mixed? Well, Android applications, I mean, they're here, they're far more stable, but some continue to fail because they were just designed to be used in a phone. Everything just feels like if Google needs to be more involved in the implementation of apps on Chromebooks to not give you this really bad experience. To conclude, notice that I don't have anything that I could say that I don't like about this product. Like in the case of the original PixelBook, which I still adore to use, I feel that Google got the name right with PixelBook Go. We've got a very sleek and light design that makes it a joy to carry, battery life that'll get you through the day of work, and Chrome OS has matured in such a way that I actually want to use this as a laptop for work every now and then. Really, its only problem is Google's weird approach to pricing hardware. Yes, you can get a similar Chromebook from a competitor for $200 less, or even lower in some cases. And if you're thinking about trying one out because of its Android applications, make sure you test all the apps you care about first before the return period is over, as it can be hit or miss. Do I recommend the PixelBook Go? As a product, I do. I love using it. The problem is if you ask me if I would recommend it over other Chromebooks. That's where things get tricky, mainly because of the price, and then if you would ask me if I would recommend it over, say, a Windows computer, that becomes even more difficult unless Google fixes the whole situation with Android applications. I'd say the Google PixelBook Go is a joy to own and use. It clicks all the buttons that matter for a laptop to feel right. It just needs a Chromebook price for this to feel like the perfect package overall. But what about you? What do you think about the Google PixelBook Go? Chime in the comments, and while you're at it, follow us on social media and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. Also follow my personal handles to see me testing these products in the real world. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.